you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
After a long two-week build-up here in the Bay Area, the moment has finally arrived. It is time for football here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Folks, this is Super Bowl 60, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys are now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense.
And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the ground. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
He's been reliable all year, and he continues that reliability here on the biggest stage.
And when we were in a production meeting with the offensive coordinator, didn't he kind of mention, maybe even smile about the idea of running the football? It's worked well for them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
18.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
18.
Play action. Stroud now. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Rams force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
The Rams offense ready. They're backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And Stroud now to throw. Open man is Higgins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Mixon on the toss right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
All right. 118. What's that?
Stroud to throw it. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jaden Higgins from 21 yards away. And the Texans are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is Stafford. A quick throw there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's Smith to return it. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
Stroud off the play fake. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 69 yards. And the Texans will add to their 1st quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 1st quarter lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. But he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Stafford. Here's back-to-back catches for Devontae Adams. 3 catches for him now in this 1st quarter of the Super Bowl.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Danico Autry with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That's returnable now for Smith. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 10. Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And the Rams' 1st down.
They run it again with Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle. 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st down, Rams.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. 14-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gardner alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. Los Angeles.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Escapes the defender. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyren Williams from 17 yards out. And the Rams are on the board here in this Super Bowl. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense taking over again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Here we go. Let's go.
Stroud looking to throw. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
18.
Stroud out of the gun here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's Kyren Williams running out for another possession. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. yards. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
As we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Sheldon Rankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they get...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Here's Ethan Evans now. Two-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
18.
Here's Stroud. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here we go. 18.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9.
On the quick, right? 18. What's that?
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He finds his man complete. It's Higgins. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
18. What's that?
Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They give the tackle to Quentin Lake.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Oh, right. 118. Tonight.
Stroud going to give the marks. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far.
First down, Rams.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
That's quickly to Atwell on the slant. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Here's Stafford. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. return up past the 30. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Stroud. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second down and a yard. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And Stroud now to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Again, it's Stroud. Open man is Kirk, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
All right.
Stroud to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
10 at the 20-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters in the books here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Houston set to take over. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. 118. What's that?
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
At the 24-yard line.
All right. 118.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Stroud. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Rams getting set to go now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing is Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll go back to Corum on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Again, it's Corum. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. The 20. Touchdown, LA. Blake Corum, 48 yards. And the Rams have got it back to within a score.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. That time, a 6-play drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. 118.
Play action. Stroud now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Oh, okay.
Stroud sets up the play action. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
118. Let's hit.
Stroud. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Into space at the 45. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Well, that's an old play caller's trick right there, right up there with run the ball inside the tackles on 1st down. You just watch your quarterback get sacked on the previous play. Now you let those defensive linemen penetrate again, hoping to get their hands on him one more time. But this time, he's got the perfect call dialed up, and the screen burns him for a 1st down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
But you don't want to see more. You want to see more, but you want to see some. Life that slows you down. Your body gets active.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. Down to about the 22 here. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
All right.
Stroud looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on third and inches.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on third and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise that it was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Play action. Here's Stroud. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
Texans first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nick Chubb, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans will extend their third quarter lead here in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a nice play design right there. He's going to fake the give, then roll out. And he lets his back leak out toward the pylon. And how about the throw? Right where he needed it to be for him to catch it in stride, he's able to take it into the end zone.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
The 24-yard line.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. They'll get this one complete to Atwell. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On third down, here's Corum. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Take it at the 37. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. The Texans offense set to regain possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd
and 10.
Here we go. 18.
Throwing now is Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
That's quickly to Atwell on the slant. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the 45-yard line.
Blue 60.
Adams the man in motion right. Running left, Corum. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw, Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line.
And the Rams 1st down.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And now out comes Houston. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a two-score lead. Fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Byron Young. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This offense so far on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Inside handoff to Nixon. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Now Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Rams.
Here's Stafford. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
To throw is Stafford. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line.
1st down, Rams.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Ready.
Throwing is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
First down, Los Angeles.
What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jarquez Hunter, 24 yards. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge.
Breaks the tackle, now with Alley. Still going. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
All right. Ready. Tonight.
Mixing up the middle. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 118. What's that?
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run with Corum to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Derek Stingley, he got there in a hurry, and he earns the TFL.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Stafford now to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Gain of 9 yards, and the Rams 1st down.
Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call. And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
To Atwell. An 8-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down.
Up the middle. Here's Corum. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's across midfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
180.
Looking to throw. Stafford Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Here we go.
Complete to Jarquez Hunter. It's a gain of a yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. Stafford under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. They snap it to Stafford. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Stafford's pass intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Byron Young there on the stop.
Second and 10 at their 49-yard line.
18. What's up?
Back to Mixon on second down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 125 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
What a moment. Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Houston Texans. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.